Hi, my love. I'm live today, a little bit early, a couple of minutes. And of course, I can wait, or you and I can start right now. So, what should we choose? I guess we're starting right now. I just came back from the walk with my dogs. And today, I'm gonna show you again. We will be coloring from this book that I just got from Amazon yesterday. Let me see if you can see. So that's the book. I'm gonna find you. I just had a chance to look through this book and I'm really impressed with the quality, not the pages by itself, because Amazon paper is what it is. I have no control, but I just love this book because it has, I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna read it to you. A single flower, gently offered, reminds Hazel that kindness begins in small gestures. So every single coloring page comes with a story, and then before the pages there are 4 stories for each page. So there are 5 episodes per book. So today is going to be a continuation of coloring from yesterday. I'm going to show you what we have accomplished yesterday. This is what we have done. Mira. We have been coloring Mira, and today we will be coloring Hazel the Fox. As I said, I already colored this page, and this is how it looks. It's very festive. And I created a palette based on this. It's a Spring Meadow Bliss, even though we are in December right now, but it's a November book. But really, really happy palette. And this is the page how we started. Even though I have this book, as I showed you, I do prefer to actually print out pages and color pages instead of coloring in the book. Why? Because it's more versatile. I can make mistakes if it happens. Even yesterday, I got to show you what happens. This one I was coloring and it was pretty good. There are a couple of things that I would change, but it was very few mistakes. But yesterday, I made 2 mistakes. You can see in the tail. I selected wrong marker. And then I was so occupied and I selected wrong marker over here. You can see the spot. So this kind of things happens. That's why I print pages before actually coloring in the book. And then when I decide with palette and I can experiment. And once I color in the book, I actually improve on what I am already doing here. So I'm very happy to share these pages with you as I create them. I create the storylines. And my personal goal is to promote kindness and to create calming and gentle experience for you and I here on YouTube. And again, as I said yesterday, I dedicated this time, 9 p.m., for the entire 365 days, plus extending. So I come here to meet you, and we will be coloring in peace. So today, I am going to be continuing coloring this page. You can use your own book, or you can come and join me. I already put in the chat link hub. I offer 25 free pages. You can grab any page. not necessarily going to be page from today, but if you really want page from today, I am giving a 3 months of membership where you can get all of the pages I designed for this month for free, just for you. And the coupon is, what was the coupon? Cozy Life. Can you imagine? I was so busy all day. The coupon is Cozy Life. It's so easy. How can, like, blown moment. I forgot, but now I know it's Cozy Life. So let's start. My face is not gonna be in the camera, but my hands and my voice will be. So let's do that. Oops. Here I have my mango butter that I just created. But the main emphasis is on coloring page. Not this page, but this page. So, important moment. When you color on pages like this, here I have glass. So if markers bleed, they're gonna bleed on the glass, and then I can just wipe this out. It's not a big problem. However, if you're coloring on like a wooden table, or if you color on any surface that can damage from the markers, please make sure you put something like a cardboard. Do not color on a regular surface that is not a glass with markers, because you're going to damage it. Okay, so right now we're going to be coloring Hazel the Fox as she's giving the flower to Mira. I always like to start with the lightest color. I'm using a Ho markers, and this is yellow 204, white 204. And we're starting here. I mentioned yesterday that I'm working on color mood system. Where I am going to define hex numbers for the palette, and then I will transcribe the palette into compatibility with different markers and pencils. I got this idea from being overwhelmed at times when choosing coloring supplies if I don't have enough time. If I have enough time, it's actually very pleasant experience. But when I'm tired and having lack of time, then it can be draining. So, and I was thinking of my audience, how can I improve the experience so it's not draining but enjoyable? So I'm going to be offering different palettes, and I call it color mood system because each palette is going to be based on a specific mood. And there is also a lot of research studies on psychology of color, how color actually affects our psychological state of mind. It can elevate mood, or actually it can be a little disturbing sometimes when colors are very, I guess, oppositional, a lot of reds, and in conjunction to other aggressive colors, it can affect moods also. So you know what I really like? I like the sound of markers even without the voice. How you can just sit and listen to this beautiful ASMR sound of markers. Let me see, I have this microphone here. Maybe I can enhance it. Today is Sunday, around 9 p.m. New York time, Eastern time, and I'm in Boca Raton. I like quiet Sunday evenings because it's the tranquility before the week is gonna start, and we will all continue with our projects and things to do. And sometimes not sometimes, at all times it gets hectic. For example, for Sona coloring, I am working this week on a lot of things. I'm working on the palettes, and I'm also working on the new book for January. So I will be designing new pages for Kindville. And as our collection grows, we are introducing new characters. I have one of the very exciting character, but I'm gonna wait probably until spring to introduce this character. And it's a beautiful storyline. Honestly, it makes me want to cry. It's it's so inspirational, and I guess just wait until it comes out. And I'm very sure that you're gonna feel the same way I do, because of the compassion and kindness towards living beings. And this being is our creation. We are currently diligently working on bringing this being into reality. That's all I can say for now. And when I was researching this, I was like almost crying. So I'm very passionate about this, and it's in very early stages, and not a lot of people are talking about this. But I really want to bring this into the awareness, so people realize what kind of situation are we in, and that actually kindness is the one ingredient that can save us from a lot of things. I'm not as ready as I thought with my markers today, which is unusual. Just gonna try a little bit. Need this little orangey color for the Foxy, for Hazel. And this is yellow 505. It's the like a cohesive set of markers. But if you're a beginner, I can describe you how it feels. Not all markers produce the same wetness. I don't know what is the if wetness is a good term. I guess that's just what it is. Some are more transparent and pretty much very wet, and I like to use them as blenders. Because this is the second time I'm drawing this, and this time it feels different. Why? Because I am using different markers. But what I can do, I can add a little bit more wetness from yellow and see how it changes. Yeah, totally different situation. It's interesting. And then when I finish this, we will compare and contrast the first page and the second page. It's not that it's impossible to repeat exactly the same thing, which is very possible, but you would have to actually use the exactly same tools, same marker numbers. But that's why it makes it beautiful. You don't really want to make them all the same. This one looks like it has more fur, more furry base than the previous one. I hope the sound of markers calms you down. I noticed that today they dry quicker than last time. I don't know why. That is so nice. How do you usually select markers? Do you plan ahead or you color and then while you color you select markers intuitively? Very curious to know. The good thing what I did today is I got this color that is almost white. So basically it's going to be off-white color. Little on the gray side, but when it dries up, it's going to be nice and almost off-white. Okay, so because we're making the same colors as over here, I have here 3 blues. This is one of my most favorite blues. It's B201 from Ahuhu Art Markers. Why I like it? Because it's very watery and it's almost like transparent. It's a very good blender. One of my favorite. Not, as I said, not every marker is very watery and blender like, but this one is. This is a blue. And I have all purples. And it's not this one. No. Good question. Can this be this? No, it's this one. This one, I'm going to tell you, it's R703 from Ohuhu Art Markers that I'm using right now. And this marker is very watery too, so that's why I like to use it as the first layer. And it's a very good blender. Just like the feel how this marker lays on the paper. And because the same colors are also in the flower on the flower, Gonna outline it. There is a reason why some of the colors in the flower are purple and others are blue, because it's a connection between Hazel and Mira, and the flower represents merging of two souls. That's why I selected different colors. And now we're gonna go back to the blue, wrong side. Wrong side and wrong blue, which is not a good thing, but it's okay. We'll fix it. This is the right blue. I guess since we already started outlining this kind of blue, I'm gonna work this into Mira's sweater. Okay, and now we're gonna add some shades. What a nice marker. Really a blender. You know, I think marker companies should create like tutorial for each blender's marker set, because some of the markers inside the set are more for blenders and others are not. And I'm sure the company know this. But on another hand, I could do this also when I'm working on the color mood system. So that's good. Now we are on to green. Oh, I cannot believe how quickly time flies. Very, very quickly. Uh-oh. So green, beautiful green. All of these colors are so symbolic. As I said, I selected those colors to represent merging of the souls. Okay. And the very last thing before we say goodbye and good night for today, the very last thing is gonna be the pinks. This pink R502 from Ahoho Art Markers is a very nice color also to use as a blender. It's very watery. and it can definitely blend a lot of colors very easily. I enjoy using this. And with a little bit darker one, we'll just add some shades. But this is not the one that I actually was going to use. But it's good enough. Okay. So that's what we have for today. Pretty. Hazel is giving flower to Mira, and Mira is very happy to receive the flower. And flower represents merging of the souls. Please join me for this experience. I'm here sitting with my green tea and coloring and talking to you and enjoying this, our little corner of quietness and peace and togetherness. So have a very good night, and I will see you tomorrow here at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So let's compare again. As I said, I was doing this already before. I'm just gonna put this side by side. This was the original image. And this is the one that I'm coloring as I'm talking with you. So that's the progress, and I will see you tomorrow here. Tomorrow, I think we're actually gonna be coloring a different image. Different image from December book, and this is from November book. But we are already in second week of December, so we have to color December. I'll see you tomorrow over here. Good night.